Call Allah Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawah Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash. That's who this word English calls God and Jesus Christ in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew tongue. This is the brother Anatham Yah from the Men of Israel camp up in upstate South Carolina. Coming with a quick hit update on the MOTB, update on the CBDC, which is the central banking system that they're the central digital banking system that they're Esau is about to come up with. Also talk about this social credit system, and but first, before I get into further, give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, raising up the tabernacles of David, man. Want to give a big shout out to the head of Men of Israel camp, Brother Kazak, man, whom I teach under, and shalom to the sincere Akim out here that's pushing this word and sincerity and truth, and the few Akwaf that watch and believe, man. And I guess, I'm going to just get into it. Got an article here. Like I said, I want to talk about this digital ID that's coming, man. As we all know that, America's coming on a downward spiral right now, man, before our eyes, man, via the Lord, man, and via the scriptures, man. And it's prophecy right here, man. This is prophecy coming to pass. The Heavenly Father is working through Esau to roll out his agenda, man. And we know the next big prophecy to look for is what? Revelations 13, 16, on down, man, which is the MOTB. Who people have misconstrued to be, not even misconstrued, people are bugged out to basically lie about what the MOT actually is, man. And we know that is a C-hip, man. We know that is a incision. We know that is a grain of rice. Hint, hint, if you haven't heard these terms, I'm changing the terms because of the algorithm YouTube has on here, man. But the C-hip, looks like a grain of rice, hint, hint. So we all know that is the MARK, man. I'm gonna go into this article. I'm gonna show 2 videos, and I'm gonna just elaborate on what's coming, man, in year 2023, man. So-called 2023, man. As we all know, this was Esau's New Year that just passed, man. But the Heavenly Father's New Year is not till the Passover, man, around the time of spring, man, March. But let me get into it. It says U.S. creeps towards digital ID legislation as election looms, and this was in September. It says the U.S. Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee has voted to advance the Improving Digital Identity Act, moving one step further toward legislation that lays foundation for a national digital ID system for American citizens. So what does that mean for Americans, man? Okay. So we all know that once cash is gone, right? Once a society is going cashless, what happens? It moves to digital. We have crypto, we have stocks, we have Bitcoin, all these digital currencies that we have out here. That the Esau is basically making a delicacy for when cash is not available, man. And you already have stores out here that's not accepting cash anymore, man. We have an arena down here in upstate Greenville, South Carolina, man, Bond Secures, where they just put out an article not a week ago that they are no longer accepting cash, man. I just came out of what store was I in? Salakia. Out of the movies, actually. Me and my rib, man, we went to go see a movie, man. And as we're getting popcorn, she's getting popcorn, we hear somebody say, hey, we hear a person come from the back. It was like, hey, we have somebody that has cash. And he looked at him and had a face like, we're telling him we're not accepting cash anymore, man. And I was like, damn. And this was about 2-3 hours ago, man. So, and they're making everything, like I said, they're trying to make everything digital, man. This dollar is about to drop, man. But to see it before your eyes, man, we've been warning people. I've been warning people since I came in the truth, man. You know, for years. And telling people that this is what it's going to come to, man. Family members, friends, peers, you know. And now we're at a point in time where we're actually seeing it, man. And this is a point of time where, you know, people need to actually have their eyes wide open, man, and not their eyes wide shut. Because this is serious times that are ahead, man. You know, we're about to face some trials and tribulations that you know, we aren't used to, man. That we probably never would have fathomed if we would have had this knowledge, this wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures, that to even know that we were gonna go through these things, man. You know, but I'm gonna get back to the article. It says, now headed to the Senate floor for full consideration, the bill aims to establish public-private digital identity task force charged with strengthening privacy and digital ID verification methods. So there's nothing private about having a private digital identity task force when the task force is basically set up to monitor everyone's identity and whatever transaction that they make, or whatever verification methods that they make, you know, because if everything is cashless, everything you'll be paying for would be digital somehow with either a C-HIP or what? Your phones, how they're doing it now. Now you got Apple Pay. You know, they can track every transaction with your Apple Pay. But now this is going to be a physical. And it's going to be physical. It's going to be a C-HIP that's going to be implanted into you. And this system for it is this digital ID right here. It's digital ID, the CBDC, and also the social credit system, which I'm going to get into. It says the act passed the House Committee on Oversight and Reform in July. The bipartisan bill, which is sponsored by Arizona Senator Wyoming Senator Cynthia, also enables the Department of Homeland Security to award grants for upgrades to digital identity verification systems. State, local, and territorial and tribal governments will be eligible to receive support for the development of the highly secure interoperable ID systems. Finally, the Improving Digital Identity Act will require the Government Accountability Office to Congress with estimated cost savings from the wide use of digital identification and biometric technologies. A national digital ID system is seen as a potential driver of the economic activity by offering security solutions for online transactions. So these security solutions, like I said, they're going to be monitoring you as a way to combat the rise in identity fraud. For some, said system also comes with privacy concerns. That's right. So with this system, anything you purchase, any transaction you try to make will be visible, man. Will be traced, will be known, and able to be reached, man. For some said systems, it always comes with privacy. However, the bill prohibits the government from creating a centralized ID database to minimize the risk of cybercrime. So this in September just letting you know, hey, look, we're funding this. And it's coming. You know? It's coming. A digital ID. But when you think of a digital ID, you need to have the mind frame to know, or the knowledge to know that, hey, this is a no-no. This is a no-no, man. This is leading towards the MARK, man. This is leading towards Revelations 13. And I got a quick video that I want to show.
And I think we should move towards a digital ID. It's something that the banking industry is actually working towards today with a product called Authentify, where once you authenticate yourself with one bank, we can share that ID in any other service that you might want to use electronically.
See, it said once
with one bank, we can share that. Authenticate yourself with one bank.
Once you authenticate yourself with one bank,
we can share that ID in any other service that you might want to use electronically.
Right. So once your digital ID is connected to any bank out here, it's gonna basically follow you wherever you use, whatever electronic device that you use to do anything, whether it's getting a bus ticket, you know, getting the bus ticket out of a machine, or a plane ticket out of a machine, or, you know, buying food, or going to the gas station, buying gas. You know, it's gonna be able to read and track that, man. And see, these are the things, digital ID, and this is everything is going to be connected to smart cities, telecommunications, e-government, social platforms, social media, e-commerce, groceries, shopping, retailing, you know what I'm saying? Humanitarian response, you know, to access like services, healthcare, all type of things that lie under each category. Anything that you could think of. Look, travel and mobility, like I said, train tickets, bus tickets, plane tickets, you know, Uber, you know, taxis. You see, food and sustainability for farmers and consumers. You know, it says financial services, banks, open bank accounts, other financial transactions, healthcare. You see, all these things are going to be tied into this digital ID. And people are like, oh, well, this might be convenient. Okay, yeah, it might sound convenient now, but there's a catch, okay? And with that catch comes what? A social credit system for a digital ID system. So what is the social credit system? You know, this is the chart, you know, Agenda 2030. So you might think, what is a social credit system? Well, I had a video before this that I said the CBDC is the platform that's going to usher in the MOTB. I will put that link under here. If anybody hasn't seen it, maybe you should watch that video before you finish the rest of what I'm about to add on, man. Okay? And here's the next video. It's going to break down what this social credit system is, man, and what's actually
coming. 3 minutes of your time, because you're going to want to hear this. What CSRQ-SM will mean for your life and the future. CSRQ-SM social management software is the program that will be used worldwide by select governmental and banking institutions when the financial...
This is a social management software. Is the program which will be used worldwide by select governmental and banking institutions when a financial reset occurs. That reset is around the corner, and that reset is when the dollar drops, and what? Overnight, the money that you had in your bank account will be worthless. Everything will be digital, and she's going to explain that. Just watch.
Reset occurs. The financial reset will be a complete restructuring of the current system and eliminating all existing fiat currencies overnight.
What is a fiat currency? If you don't know what a fiat currency is, it's paper money. A fiat currency is a currency that is not backed by what? By gold or silver.
RQ-SM software will intercept all banking transactions, all credit and debit card transactions, and all known financial transactions over a period of 3 to 5 days once the system is activated. The currency planned to be used is known as USDR. For those with a Japanese bank account, for example, their yen will be converted to USDR overnight. Nearly all countries on Earth will use the new system. The software is designed to process all financial transactions centrally and issue social credit scores for all users. When the conversion takes place, you will see
social credit scores. Okay, when I was speaking about on my video about the CBDC, okay, I spoke about they're gonna take away the credit score. Credit score is how we have 3 that make up 1. You know, they take all 3 scores: the Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. They put all them together, and then, you know, they divide it. Boom. Divided by 3, and then that gets you your credit score. All that is going to be wiped away. Instead, you're going to get a new, quote unquote, I want to call it a new credit score, which is just going to be a social credit score, but it's still a credit score. But it's going to tie into the new digital ID system, okay? All right? This is how you will be able to do things. Now, normally, like a credit score, you make a bad payment on a loan or you miss a payment, your score will go down, right? That's considered a bad authorized user, correct? Or a bad just a bad account. Derogatory remark, how they would put it, trying to explain this the best way possible. But like the things that you would do to fuck up your credit basically and make it go down, that's gonna be considered, Salaki, that's gonna be considered a behavioral, I guess, behavioral, how can I put it? I don't know how to put it. I'm gonna just let her talk, man. Let me let her talk.
Information when you log into your bank account, including screens and financial transactions centrally, and issue social credit scores for all users. When the conversion takes place, you will see new information when you log into your bank account, including screens indicating your social credit score. The score will operate on a scale of 1 to 1,000, with 1,000 being the highest score achievable and 1 being the lowest. No bank account shall contain more than 1,000 in USDR at any time for Class C accounts, which includes 99% of the world. Class C accounts will receive 1,000 USDR once at the beginning of each month.
All right, so Class C accounts is basically everybody, the masses, from fucking poor to middle class. You know what I'm saying? And it's saying that we're going to only have no more than $1,000 in your account each month, at the beginning of each month. So it's $1,000 a month. It doesn't accumulate. It doesn't accumulate. You have to use it up. And that's all that you can have. You can't have no more than 1,000. All right, now it's going to break down the other accounts as well.
Separate accounts known as Class S accounts are reserved for government leaders and the highest echelons of the rich and elites of the world. Class S accounts can contain unlimited USDR funds and have additional privileges. Everyone must immediately comply with the new system. Those who resist, those who protest or complain online will receive immediate fines and deductions.
See that? Everyone must immediately comply with the new system. Those who resist, those who protest or complain online will receive immediate fines. Why? Because they know people are going to rebel against this. Why would they say those who protest or complain online? Because they know the prophets are out here speaking against this, prophesying against this digital ID, this new system that they're about to lay out, man. They know the prophets are going to be on YouTube, social medias, videos are going to be up, basically condemning this new system, man.
To their score and account. It's expected in the first month about 20% of the human population will have their accounts reduced to nearly zero due to the bad behavior, but
due to bad behavior. So what would be bad behavior? Me getting on Facebook right now, saying, making a post about the new social credit scheme, a derogatory post about it, man, or saying that saying anything bad about it. You know what I'm saying? So this new social credit system is going to come with rules, man. It's going to come with rules and regulations that you must abide by, or what? They're going to take away from your score, which that score will basically be money, which is that $1,000 that'll be in your account every month. They will deduct from it based off of how well you comply, how well you don't comply, man. Do you see this? So what is that? That is a blueprint for what? For programming and controlling the masses, man. Your privacy is already going to be given up, because they're going to be able to track anything and everything you do. You see? Now they want to control what you can say or what you can't say. There's no freedom of speech anymore. That will be gone. That will be gone. Which means what? Which means Salakia. Which means also that the prophets will also be off the corners at that time, man. Cause what are we going? We're gonna be off the streets at that time. We're gonna have to be. We're gonna have to be. Those who resist or those who protest or complain online, we're gonna be the ones resisting and protesting out on these corners, man. Not even protest. We're gonna be prophesying against this BS, man. This demonic system, man, that's coming, man. So you know that the prophets are not gonna be. We're gonna be considered bad behavior. You know, and we're not taking no C-hip, or we're not, you know, complying with none of this bullshit, man. Yahawah willing, we got the spirit to resist all this bullshit, man. You know why? Because we have faith that the spirit is gonna be there with us, man, through the faith of Yahawah Bashim Yahushua, man. That we're gonna be able to be you know, in a place of refuge, man, during these times, man. You're not gonna be able to, you know, you got to comply with certain things. If you don't comply, you taking away food from your mouth. You taking away gas from your car to get the A to B, to get to work. You know, like I said, man, you gotta go back and look.
And I think we should move towards a bank.
Look at this chart. You got to comply, or all these things are going to be taken away from you, or you're going to be deducted from a score that wouldn't allow you to do certain things on this chart that you would normally do on a daily basis. That's why I constantly say in my videos that your lives are about to change drastically. To that person that takes the bus every day to work. You know, if you don't want to take this new digital ID or the C-hip, you know, there are gonna be consequences that you're gonna have to deal with, man. They're gonna be alternatives that you're gonna deal with. You're gonna have to find a way to get to work, and that's just one example. Look at the chart. You see? Let me get back to this video. It's a lot.
Give me 3 minutes of your time, because your social credit score. The score will operate on a scale of 1 to 1,000, with 1,000 being the height in USDR at any time for Class C accounts, which includes 99% of the world. Class C accounts will receive 1,000 USDR once at the beginning of each month. Separate accounts, known as Class S accounts, are reserved for government leaders and the highest echelons of the rich and elites of the world. Class S accounts can contain unlimited USDR funds and have additional privileges. Everyone must immediately comply with the new system. Those who resist, those who protest or complain online will receive immediate fines and deductions to their score and account. It's expected in the first month about 20% of the human population will have their accounts reduced to nearly zero due to the bad behavior, but that by the second month this behavior will be corrected. According to the documentation for the software, once people realize they can't have more than $1,000 and can easily lose it with unapproved behavior, they will change the behavior and comply. Each class within the C.
So this is how it would look, you know, in your account. You see how it says USDR balance, $250. Your biometric ID number is blurred out, you know. Account type, quarantine. So you have different account types that basically categorize who you are, what type of person you are, you know, basically your limits and everything, what you can and can't do, account limits, you know, asset limits, vaccination status, how many you have, and then you got a carbon score, man. A carbon score. Meaning, that's crazy, man. They monitor how much carbon you use. It's crazy.
SRQSM software app has specific parameters. Each class contains dozens of metrics and variables. Above me is an example. C, common class, amount of accounts, 7.1 billion or 95.5% of humans. C, vaccination required, yes. Booster shots, yes. You have to have 2 or more. Asset limitations, yes. No greater than 5,000. Carbon score, yes. Restricts travel and food consumption. 1 is lowest and best. 500 is highest and worst. S, sovereign class.
Now, I don't understand what the asset limitations mean, saying no more than 5,000. If you're only able to, you know what I'm saying, be able to have 1,000 in your account. I don't know. Maybe further information will go. Basically will come. But this is what it's coming to. And look, you see the requirements. You must have what? some of the requirements, you must have the Beetlejuice. You know what I'm saying? You might have to have the booster. Some of the requirements.
Amount of accounts, 7 to 8 million or 1% of humans. No requirements. Restricted. Amount of accounts, 250 million or 3.36% of...
See, look, the sovereign class. Accounts 7 to 8 million, 0.1% of humans. It says no booster required, no shot required. You know, account limitations, no bank account. No, hold on, it says bank account has no limit. Hold on. No score is calculated. So this is probably gonna be for the elites as well.
Humans. Look at the requirement. Pause and read. Quarantine. Amount of accounts, 75 million or 1% of humans. Look at those requirements. Pause and...
Man, this is what's coming. This is what's coming, man. This is exactly what's coming, man. And that's just a quick update. And I'm gonna grab 2 scriptures, and that's it, man. You already know I'm Revelations 13 and 16, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their hand, in their right hand, and or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636, man. You know, and with this quick video, this quick hit being brought out, is the mindset that people need to have, is that not even people, mindset that you sincere brothers, sincere Akim, and you sincere Aquaf that believe need to have, is keeping the faith, man. Believing and praying that the Lord is going to be able to be there for you. The Lord is going to have the Spirit, with you, man. That the Spirit is dealing with you enough to be safe and preserved and taken care of during the latter times, man, in these evil days ahead, man. I'm gonna get a quick verse. What's that? Isaiah 65. Thinking my servant shall eat. Because we know if we keep that faith, man, believing on Yahawah, man, that we're going to be taken care of during this time, man. But you're going to need to have the Spirit on you, man. And I got some beautiful brothers around me, man, with beautiful spirits, man, that allow me to, realize that you need to be ready for this, man, spiritually, mentally. And you need to do all that you can, all that you could. You need to be able to say that you did all you could, in that time, to have enough confidence in the Lord to know that you're taken care of during this time, man. And I thank you, brothers. You brothers that's, if y'all watching this video, I thank y'all, man. I do. Because not only do I make videos for others, I make videos, and I speak to myself as well, But this is Isaiah 65 and 13. It says, Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahawah, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. And that's right, man. We're gonna be taken care of, man. We don't want to be ashamed. We don't want to turn our back on the Most High, right now, man. This is not the time. The Lord is about to come back and judge the earth, man, and He's showing us, man. This is Psalms 9. I'm gonna start at 8. I'm gonna start at 7, but it says, But Yahawah shall endure forever. He hath prepared his throne for judgment, and he shall judge the world in righteousness, and shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness. It says Yahawah also will be a refuge for the oppressed and a refuge in the times of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Yahawah, has not forsaken them that seek thee, man. Hopefully that was edifying, man. It was brother Anah Yard. With that, I'm gonna end it. Until next time, Shalom.